Our next presenter is John Ermelich. John is a friend also, established 10 years ago IBC, a consulting company. But before doing that, very few knows, but he's the one that is in charge of bringing the channel E to Israel. But then he left E and have done a lot of things with many channels around the world.
Again, good morning. Thank you to Udi, Ilanit, and the conference organizers, Mr. Mayor, and all the wonderful people from Jerusalem and other parts of the world that I've met this week. It's an honor and a special pleasure to participate in this first International Tourism Conference. And I want to start by sharing a secret with you that I don't think anyone who has known me in my 29 years in television has any idea about this. But I want to admit to this audience that my very first job after graduating with a degree in broadcasting and communications was with a travel agency in Washington, D.C. And I spent a year there and have many fond memories of working in the travel industry, and I think that might have been where I got the bug to spend most of my TV career traveling. But I did go on to other jobs in TV with Home Box Office, HBO in New York, E! Entertainment Television, as Udi said, based in Los Angeles. And then I started my own company, International Broadcast Communications, in Los Angeles 10 years ago. And then about 7 years ago, I shook it all up, and I moved me and my company, my business, to a little town of only 3,000 people on the shores of Lake Michigan. And I've been fortunate to work with many different channels from North America since then, including the Food Network and Greg Moyer, Canada's Chum TV and their Star channel, GSN, the Game Show Network, Rainbow Media's Voom HD, the Tennis Channel, and many others. Since I moved back to the state where I was actually born, Michigan, I want to make today both kind of personal, but also relevant to you. Now, this is my second time in Israel and Jerusalem. I helped launch E! Entertainment Television here back in 1999 with Talad, and I have known and worked with my friends from Anane Communications for, I think, at least 15 years now. But I will share some thoughts now on the roles, not role, of media in generating tourism, for there are many of them. But I'd like to focus on three today: promotion, showcasing, and producing. TV, of course, can promote tourism through effective ad campaigns. And I will share one from my home, a state that faces many challenges in getting tourists to come and visit us. We have an image problem. So first, let's look at some promotion. As I said, my home state of Michigan, you may not know this, is one of the largest and most beautiful of our 50 states. Michigan is actually the number 8 largest state in the United States in population, and we're number 11 out of 50 in geographic size. But lately, we are more famous for being number 1 in unemployment and for having pretty much the worst economy of all 50 states. On the plus side, though, we have the longest freshwater coastline of any political entity in the entire world. We have the highest boat ownership of any state in the United States. And we have the most golf courses per capita, again, of any of the 50 states. These are, again, kind of secrets we haven't been sharing. Because we are primarily known, unfortunately, to many, maybe to most people, because of the problems of our largest city, Detroit. And it's known for its high murder rate, high crime rate, and a tremendous loss of population in the last few years. So it is a challenge to sell us to tourists. But 2 years ago, the state started to do something about it through television. A new campaign called Pure Michigan was started, and we have used TV ads to great effect, and in a very short amount of time, it has worked and paid off. The results have been very encouraging. Again, this was the result of the campaign in the very first year, 2009. We spent about $8 million on national TV advertising, and that generated almost 700,000 individual trips, visitors from out of state coming to see us. Those visitors spent $250 million. It generated almost $18 million in tax to the state of Michigan. And the return on investment in just the very first year, for every ad dollar the state spent, over $2 came back in to the Treasury and the economy of Michigan. So now hopefully we will be known to tourists for many other things, including being a great vacation destination, and I hope we'll become as famous as many of our musicians and our musical history, from Motown to Madonna to Eminem. Every one of them grew up in and around the city of Detroit. And now I'd like to show you some of those successful spots from Pure Michigan. Thank you. I hope you'll agree we have some beauty to offer. And I forgot to mention that last year Forbes magazine named the Pure Michigan campaign one of the top 10 travel campaigns in history around the world.